I'm Brenda Caldwell, aka Dr. B. Welcome to the Hope Zone, moving you from a place of hopelessness and brokenness to a place of healing and wholeness, a place where hope is alive to bring you more peace, more joy, more freedom, and more understanding of your God-given purpose. Let's enter the Hope Zone. Hi, and welcome into another edition of the Hope Zone with me, Brenda Caldwell, aka Dr. B. Oh my goodness, we are here at episode number 133, and today, what are we talking about? We're talking about this. Don't let the grave have your gift. Oh my God. Don't let the grave have your gift, or don't let the grave steal your gift. I want to talk to you about that today. Before we get started, of course, we'd love for you to subscribe to the podcast so you can get our weekly upload, our weekly dose of hope. Just hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell there, and you will get that notification. You'll get the notification. So I'm so excited about being with you today because, you know, if you are a follower of this podcast, you know that I love to inspire, love to give hope, love to encourage, and I love for people to understand that they bring worth to the earth. And I was talking about that recently, and you do exactly that. You bring worth to the earth. And so I want to talk to you today about, again, don't let the grave have your gift. Everybody was born with a gift. And what is a gift? A gift is that thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. It's something that you have the ability, the capability of doing that comes the absolute easiest to you. It's so natural to you. It may be difficult for others, but it's easy for you to do. That's a gift. A gift is something that is inherently imparted within us. It's the ability to fulfill a function that meets a need in the earth. And I need for you to know that the earth needs what God put in you. And I want you to say that with me. Say this. Say, the earth needs what God put in me. Oh, did you say? Okay, let's do it again. The earth needs what God put in me. That's so important to understand. That's so important to know. Yes, the earth needs what's in you. Every single person on this planet. You're my one today. I always do this podcast for the one because you never know who you're talking to. And I'm just inspired by the feedback that I get, knowing that I'm helping somebody reach their potential, because I love to challenge you to go inward, to pull out of you what's in you that the world needs. I want you to get that and understand and recognize that you were born for greatness, and greatness is relative. It doesn't mean that you have to find a cure for cancer. It doesn't mean that you have to, do something so extraordinary that you make the news. No, you could be fulfilling your gift, operating in your gift, which allows you to fulfill your purpose. And the world does not even have to know your name. But when you think about the gift, what's in you? I talked a couple of months ago about what's in your hand. The thing to understand is that you have a gift that the world needs, whether that gift is the ability to speak, whether it's an ability to write, if it's a book that you're supposed to be doing. What is the gift? What is it that you do so well? Do you have a gift for listening? Are you missing your calling to be a counselor, a therapist? Come on. What is your gift? What is your gift that the world needs? What idea have you been sitting on? Ask you that. What idea have you been sitting on that the world needs you to act on? Not sit on, but to act on. That's a word right there. What idea? What the Bible talks about how God can give us a witty idea. One idea from God can make you a millionaire. One idea from God can shift and change your entire trajectory. What idea have you been talking about? What idea has the Lord given you that you've just talked yourself out of? You've just delayed. You've just found an excuse not to act on. You've allowed somebody to talk you out of it, but it's a brilliant idea. It's a great idea. It's an amazing idea. It's an idea that can change your life and somebody else's life. What idea? What idea? That idea is a gift. When we talk about a gift, again, a grand, great, amazing idea that you act on is God's gift to you. What we do with the gift is up to us. We think about a gift, even time is a gift. What are you doing with your time? Did you know that time is a precious gift? And if you give it away, squander it away, wasted watching TV, wasted hanging out on social media, wasted, come on, not acting on it, just talking yourself out of it, you'll look back one day and you'll be singing a blues song called I woulda, I coulda, I shoulda, I almost, but I didn't. Come on, you don't want to sing that song. There are people that live with regret every day and they wish that they had acted on. They wish that they had, made better choices. They wish they had taken advantage of the time that they had. Don't be stuck one day saying I woulda, I coulda, I shoulda, I almost, but I didn't. Come on, your gift is just that. Your gift is a gift. And time, as I said, is a gift. When you think about a gift, you think about what it is that you have an inherent ability to do that comes so natural to you. There's so many people that just have so many things in them and they just talk themselves out of acting on it. I have a good friend and she said that her plan was when she went to heaven, she was going to ask God, why did you never give me a gift? Because she said she was never, in her mind, good at anything. She was just average at everything. There was nothing in her life that she felt like that she was really, really good at. But she realized that that wasn't true. A few years ago, when she retired, she started cleaning and she loved to clean. And she literally turned it into a business and then turned it into a ministry because she was cleaning for senior citizens and really, really, really loving to clean, like thousands of hours of cleaning now that she's done. She said she can clean from sun up to sundown, just loving cleaning. Like there are people who turn a cleaning again like her into a business. You don't think of that as a gift, but it is. The Bible says cleanliness is next to godliness. Come on, that's a word right there. And so when you think about a gift, just think about something that comes to you with ease, something that you are very, 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 very good at. Nobody taught you to be good at it. You're just inherently good at it. You're instinctively really good at that. That's a gift. And so many times your gift can produce an income. The Bible says that your gift, Proverbs 18:16 says your gift will make room for you. It never talks about a degree making room. It says that your gift will make room for you. Come on, and bring you before great men. I just, remember like I never knew that I had a gift for speaking. I just remember in junior high, and I remember in high school, people would start telling me, you sound good. You can speak real good. I didn't know that that was a gift. I didn't know that one day I would get paid to actually get up before people and speak. But I just have always just knew that I could speak. But I tell you, you'd be amazed at things that you can do. Even my art gift, some of you know, or if you follow me, you know that I'm also the paper towel artist, and I create paper towel. I take paper towel rather, and I create three-dimensional canvas sculpted art. I created that name called three-dimensional canvas sculpted art using paper towel. You never know what's on the inside. Sometimes you just gotta try, and if you just try it, and not be afraid to try, you'd be amazed what can come up out of you. And sometimes you may be walking around and like I walked around for 35 years and I had that gift in me, not knowing, because I had won an art contest as a first grader, and many years went by before discovering that I literally did have an artistic gift. What's your gift? What I decided I want to do is die empty. Die empty. What does that mean? To die empty is basically it's just an analogy of saying I don't want to leave this world without fulfilling what I was created to do for the world. Whatever you came here with, it's on the inside of you. It's supposed to be deposited. It's not supposed to return back with you. You're supposed to leave it. Whatever you were created to do and to be for the world, you were absolutely sent here to make a deposit into the earth. But so many times that the world that we live in causes us to feel like, well, we don't have much to offer the world. We're not that gifted. We're not that talented. We don't have as much going for us as somebody else has. Let me tell you something. Don't buy that lie. Don't. That's why I wrote the new book called Hey World, You Don't Define Me. You don't define me. You don't define what my gift is. You don't define what my worth is. You don't define me. That book is on Amazon. It's called Hey World, You Don't Define Me. It's on Amazon. You can get it and order it, and they'll send it to you. It's a really, really, really blessed, anointed book. I'm so grateful. I poured my heart into working on this book. AI did not write my book, by the way. I wrote this book with the help of the Holy Spirit. And I've just come to a place in my life. I am storing up a vault. I want to leave the world. That's why I do this podcast. I do the podcast. I've written 3 books. I'm working on a 4th book that I'm going to release next year. I want to make my life count. And that's how we need to be living. We need to live in such a way that if today were your last day, you need to ask yourself, what will I have left the world? How will the world be better off because I lived? That's a very fair question to ask yourself. How will this world be better because I came through the world? It's so important. And that's why you need to realize that every single day in and of itself is a gift, and it's what we do with the gift of time that allows us to either have no regrets later on or many regrets later on. And so whatever God has given you to do, whatever you know that comes very natural to you, whatever you know you are very, very extremely good at doing, do it to the best of your ability. Be very intentional to use your gift, whether it's a musical gift, whether it is a singing gift, whether it is again a listening gift, whether it is a building things. Are you very good with your hands? What is your gift? What gift do you have on the inside of you that the world needs? Use it. Don't let the grave get it. Don't let the grave steal your gift. Don't let the grave have your gift. You don't want us one day somebody being at your funeral and talking about how great you were, but talking about, the fact that, you had so much more potential in you. No, you want to be able to just lay it all out, live in such a way to where you are maximizing your life. That's a very powerful mindset shift to have. Is saying, I'm going to live my life in such a way that if today was my last day, I have given the world my gifts. I've given my energy. I've given my time. Even energy is a gift. People talk about my energy all the time. Whenever I speak, whenever I'm just, I guess, around people, it's like energy is so real to me and natural for me. I didn't realize that it's a gift. I tell people, I do say that, hey, I'm your walking B12 shot. I'm hope on 2 legs. I do have a lot of energy. I'm very grateful to have energy, enthusiasm and things like that. I didn't realize it's a gift. People say, wow, your energy is off the chain. I didn't realize it's a gift, but I do give the best of myself whenever I get up, whenever I speak, whenever I'm encouraging, whenever I'm in front of an audience, whatever work that I'm doing, I do want to bring my best, and my best is energetic. I mean, that's just who I am. So you want to think about who you are. You want to think about what you have in you, and you want to realize that what you have in you is valuable to the earth. I need you to say that I am valuable to the earth. I matter to the earth. I'm important to the earth. God put something in me that the earth needs. That's important. Words have so much power. Words are the most creative force in the entire universe. What you say, what you release out of your mouth makes all the difference. It makes all the difference in the world. It just does. And so it's important that you realize and recognize that you have the power to speak life and to speak over your gifts and to speak over yourself and to speak over your future and to be able to say that you are living in your gift. And because God has given all of us a gift, I do believe that every person has an ability to live out of their gift, like to really feed yourself with your gift. I know that that's what I'm doing as a therapist. That's the ability, that's an inherent gift and ability to listen, to discern, to give wise counsel. That's a gift. That's a gift. Even though I went to school and got trained, it's still the anointing and the gift that allows me to be able to do it with ease. It comes very natural. The gift of art, creating with paper towel masterpieces, that's a gift. Well, I sell my artwork. I get paid to counsel. And then I speak. The gift of oration, the gift of an orator, a gift of a speaker, the gift of an encourager. That's a gift. What gifts have God placed in you that you could feed yourself with? I want you to understand that you literally can live out of your gift. Your gift can open up doors, whether that's an inherent ability to cut yards. I mean, there's I saw a story of a young boy that I think he started cutting yards when he was like 6 or 7, start cutting with his dad. He's turned it into an amazing business. I mean, he even has employees. I think he's maybe 12, 13, something like that now. He's gotten a little older, but he says he would cut yards for free. He says he loved it. He said, I found my gift. And he said, I'm going to cut yards to the day I die. I mean, you wouldn't think cutting yards is a gift, but it is. That's an aesthetic gift right there, because again, you're bringing beauty to the earth. You're bringing beauty to people's homes. Like, I don't care how big, beautiful a home is, with a yard that is not cut, it's not neat, the grass is high. I mean, that takes the total value down of your home. And so someone who has that inherent beautiful gift of cutting yards, again, you may think some people do it and it's a headache, it's a drudgery, they don't like it, they're just trying to make some extra money. But for somebody else, they get up waiting, they can't wait to get to the yards, they can't wait to start working today. That's when you know you're in a gift. When it's something that you would absolutely do for free, when it's something that that doesn't feel like work, that's when you're in your gift. What is it that you do that you would do for free? What is it that you would do with your time? If you had 11 months and 29 days, literally, if you had all your bills paid for just about a year, one day short of a year, and all you had to do was spend 8 hours a day doing something that you absolutely love to do, but the caveat, that the catch is that in some way it had to make a difference in somebody else's life. What would you do with your time? What would you do? Whatever you would do for free, you were born to do. Whatever you would do, whatever you literally would just love to do every single day, whether somebody paid you or not, you're in your gift. That's when you've discovered your gift. That's when you've discovered your purpose. You can't know your purpose without knowing what your gift is. So your gift is what enables you to tap into your purpose. So I want you to understand, want you to hear, want you to realize and recognize the statement is, don't let the grave, come on somebody, have your gift. Don't let the grave have your gift. No, the world needs your gift. The people around you need your gift. Society needs your gift. Come on, it may be children that need your gift. It may be senior citizens that need your gift. Come on, there's a population that needs your gift. It may be the homeless that needs your gift, the gift of compassion. Some people will pass by homeless people and would never even see them and turn their head and be disgusted and would judgmental toward them. But somebody else who has a gift of compassion finds themselves going around looking for the homeless population to whether give them a meal, whether, put little packets together, hygiene packets and things like that. That's a gift. That's a gift. That's the gift of compassion in operation. Come on. There's so many gifts that can make such a difference in the world, and they don't look like that they are gifts, but they are. They are. God has created you with a gift. And can open doors for your gift. God can open doors and allow you to make a difference in your life and make a difference in somebody else's life just by being willing to step outside yourself, get creative, ask God. If you don't know what your gift is, say, God, what is my gift? Father, what is my gift? You can just pray this simple prayer. Show me what my gift is. Show it to me, because I don't really know what my gifts are. And you're not limited to one gift, by the way. Come on. You probably have many gifts that you've never tapped into. So I want to encourage you. Don't let the grave have your gifts. Don't let the grave steal what God sent you to the earth to do and to be. You are needed, more needed than you ever could realize. Yes, I'm talking about you. You are. You make a difference. Your existence in this world, the fact that you are alive and breathing, somebody needs what God put in you. That's important for you to understand. Say that one more time. Somebody needs what God put in me. That's a very powerful statement. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Well, that concludes our time today. Listen, for more information about the works of Dr. B, I want you to go to my website at drbempowers.com. Go to my website. I want you to realize and recognize that you are an amazing person. You have an amazing gift. God has created you with purpose, and you are needed in the earth. Until next time, this is what I want you to do for me, though. I want you to hold on to hope. I always say, hold on to hope like it's a piece of rope. Until next time. I'm so glad you made it to the end of the podcast. If the Hope Zone is making a positive difference in your life, please subscribe to the show so you don't miss the next episode. Leave a review, and most of all, share it with your friends. And remember, from your worst day to your best day, there's hope in every situation.